All right, guys, this is going to be transversals day 2. So let's start at the top. Again, TEKs are 5A and C 6A, and this time our objective is that you're going to be able to identify same side interior and exterior angles along with vertical angles. So let's look at our same side angles. So same side angles are two. Why does it do this every single time? Let's try that. 2, there we go. Angles that are formed when a transversal intersects two parallel lines and are on the same side of the transversal and between the parallel lines. All right, all of that to say, we look at this picture. So this is my parallel lines, right? That one and that one. Notice I have angles inside, right? They're on the same side of the transversal. They're both on this side, and they're both between the two lines, right? So I could have them on the other side. So say, let's do green. Say I was talking about over here. Those would be same side also, right? The idea is that they're between the two parallel lines and they're on the same side of the transversal. So that makes them same side interior. Same thing with the exterior. So we're saying all of the same stuff up here that we said, right? Two angles, that are formed when transversal intersects two parallel lines and are on the same side of the transversal. And this time we are saying outside. The parallel lines. Right, and if you look at our little picture here, you'll notice that 1 and 4 are outside of the lines, right? We want them outside. 2 and 3 are outside, but notice they're on the same side of the transversal. We're still on this side of the transversal, right? But we're just on the outside of those parallel lines this time. Something to keep in mind, that same side angles, and that doesn't matter if it's interior or exterior, but same side angles add to 180 degrees. So I could say angle 1 plus angle 2 is going to give me 180 degrees. Okay, so same side angles add up to 180 degrees. Inside or out, doesn't matter which. Let's look at vertical angles. So vertical angles are angles that are opposite. Excuse me. No, I'm so sorry. That caught me off guard. Opposite each other when two lines intersect. So again, see how they're kind of opposite each other, right across from each other. So if you're sitting at the dining room table and your dad is across from you, he's the vertical angle from you. You're across from each other. If your mom is on your right and your brother is on the left, they would be vertical angles from each other, right? So we're directly across from each other. And vertical angles are always equal. Another word we could say would be congruent. Okay, so over here we had same side angles adding to 180. Vertical angles are going to be equal to each other. So let's do some examples. We're going to draw this out like we did with the other ones so that we can see things more clearly. So if I have that line, and let's throw a transversal on there. We'll come through with our transversal. So if this is angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we are looking at same side interior angles first. So same side interior angles, I have angle 4 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 5. So 4 and 6, and then 3 and 5. Okay? This next one would be, let's go down here. Same side exterior would be angles 2 and angle 8, and then angle 1 and angle 7. So let's do red for 2 and 8. So that outside, and then same thing over here, 1 and 7. Okay? Vertical angles. Let's look at those. Our vertical angles, this is kind of like the corresponding ones because we have a bunch of them, right? So vertical angles, I have angles 1 and angle 4, angles 2 and angle 3, angle 5 and angle 8, angle 6 and angle 7. We're going to do these in highlighter this time. So 1 and 4. So 1 and 4. And then we have 2 and 3. Then we have 5 and 8 and 6 and 7. Okay? Let's do some work with this. So if I tell you that, what do I want to say? Let's say that this will be our first example. If angle 1, that's a really bad one, is 4x plus 2, and angle 7 is 2x, lost my whole train of thought, plus minus 8, my bad. We want to find x. All right, so I can say that angle 1 plus angle 7 have to be 180 degrees, because if I look over here, angle 1, that's this one right here, and angle 7, those are listed as our same side exterior angles, so we know they have to add up to 180 degrees, right? All right, so I have angle 1 is 4x plus 2, and this is going to be 2x minus 8 is equal to 100. No, sorry, plus. My bad. There you go. I knew something didn't look right. All right. That's a minus. I've got this all jacked up. Let's try this again. This is what happens when I do this on the fly, trying to think about it. There we go. All right, so I'm going to add my 4x and my 2x. So 4x plus 2x gives me 6x. 8 minus 2 gives me 6. To move the 6 away, I'm going to add 6. Whoops. That should be plus. My bad. I'm going to subtract 6. Tell you what, this is what happens when I do it off the top of my head. Minus 6. There we go. 6x is going to give me 100 and, what is it, 74? Divide by the 6. X is going to be 29. All right, so that's when two angles are supplementary. Let's look at when two angles are not supplementary. Let's see if they're vertical. So I tell you that angle 2 is 34, and we want to find angle 3. So if I'm looking over here, I notice this right here, right? Angles 2 and 3 are vertical, and we said vertical angles are equal. So I know that angle 2 equals angle 3. Angle 2 is 34, so that means that angle 3 is 34. Okay? If I tell you that angle 5, this is the third one, angle 5 is 2x plus 1, and I tell you that angle, sorry, I'm trying to get my math right. Angle 8 is going to be, we'll say x plus 6. And we want to find x. Okay, so I know if I look back over here, angle 5 and angle 8, they're vertical, right? Meaning they have to equal each other. So 2x plus 1 is equal to x plus 6. So if I move the x over, minus x, that gives me x plus 1 is equal to 6. I move the 1, x is equal to 5. All right, so that is how we're going to do same side interior, same side exterior, and vertical angles. All right.